Okay, hello. How's everybody doing? Oh my gosh, this noise canceling. Oh, I was really in my own head. The noise canceling on these headphones are actually kind of crazy. Hang on, I have to plug this in. Over here. Okay. Oh, careful. Okay, well, okay, so when I put those headphones on, it makes me like really, really be able to think in my own brain. Like I can't like get outside of my brain. I have a splinter in my foot too. We're on Cancer. We're on Cancer. I think I have a splinter in my foot. I can't really tell. So, sucks to be me. Ow. All right, perfect. I think I got it. I don't know if I did or not. I have these razor blades right here to help me if I'm unable to do that. Okay. I don't have any extensions in my hair. Holy fucking white hair, dude. Okay. So we're doing 2 piles for Cancer. The first one, it will be starting now, and then the second one will be at 15 minutes. Let's do the first one quickly. I do have some things that I want to talk about, but I will wait because I don't necessarily know that I need to speak about them right now. Be for a different video. This is supposed to be for you. First, okay. So we're on Cancer. Can we get the overarching energy for Cancer, please? I don't know why I'm using this deck. That's scary. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Do it. We have the Hermit. The Hermit. The Ghost. The Wise One. The Elder. The Hermit is... it's an interesting card because the Hermit will enforce rules. The Hermit will take your soul from your body and trap it. That's your overarching energy that we have here. That's what the Hermit does. If you notice, like the star in the lantern, right? It will take the light of another and use it for its own benefit. That's the overarching energy or the main theme for your reading. A lot of times the Hermit can be kind of away from people. Okay, so the overarching energy, Cancer, for your reading is you either are feeling like or you're dealing with someone that is stealing your soul, taking your soul from you, feeling like be careful about who you have sexual intercourse with. We have the Star card for your first house. I have to go quicker than this. We have the Six of Swords. The Seven of Swords, or I'm sorry, the Five of Wands for the third house. Fourth house, Three of Cups. Fifth house, Wheel of Fortune. Sixth house, Ten of Wands. Seventh house, King of Swords. Eighth house, Queen of Swords. Ninth house, Two of Wands. 10th house, the Emperor. 11th house, the Knight of Cups. And the 12th house, the Eight of Swords, with Judgment on the top. be prepared, Cancer, for something to happen where you are going to be moved. Someone's going to come and move you. It could have something to do with your career, with the Emperor card being in the 10th house. Okay, your 4th house has the Wheel of Fortune. You could maybe be feeling like you struck gold, like you were chosen for something, or someone is choosing you for something. It could have something to do with this Hermit card. Somebody sees you as an asset. Someone understands that you are an asset. You're a commodity. There's something about you that will bring, that can bring a sense of victory for other people involved. Okay, it's not necessarily about your victory. Well, yes, you yourself might have been chosen for something, but it really has to do, we have a lot of your cardinal houses here really being important. It could have something to do with an air sign. We have a King of Swords in the 7th house, which is not a major arcana card. Okay, there could be something really profound that happens to you in regards to this Mercury retrograde that we're going to be having. In regards to the people, your community, the people around you, your acquaintances, there is this energy here of love, of unconditional love, of offerings of emotion, offerings of a vulnerable part of ourselves. We have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, I made the Knight of Cups in this deck to be similar to the Queen of Wands. I put her legs spread. It's a girl, right? The girls are the ones that are on top of the bikes, which are like the horses. But her legs are spread and she's completely parked, which is different than the original Rider-Waite. Her hair is also blue. So, your acquaintances in your community, Cancer, will really look to you, will really emulate you, right? You're being chosen to kind of stand out as an individual, to be the leader or the first one to do something. Okay? You could notice that people around you are really looking very closely at the small things, right? You could even find that people are like the people, like the greater community or the greater public to you, okay, are really looking really closely at the small things. They're paying attention to the symbols that are, that you emulate, okay? I think, Cancer, that you don't realize, so going from the 12th house, the 11th house, which is the everyone, we're going to go back to the other side, to the self, right? We think 1 to 12 is, what is the first house? The first house is you. The second house is your core values. So there's also a connection to the 11th house, the self, and the first house being almost like your community, the people that you have around you, really truly being the mirror to who you are. The Empress came out. These cards are like, I made these with my hands. I cut them with my hands. I used rubber cement and an inkjet printer. I did it during a Mercury retrograde in Virgo. I didn't stand up from the place I did, and it took me so long, dude. Okay, anyways. I need to talk about that. Your daily job, your daily career is requiring a lot of you right now. But back to this thing that I was talking about. First house, second house. We have the Six of Swords. We have a lot of Aquarius energy coming out for your overall image and the way you're being perceived. The Star card is an Aquarius card, or Gemini maybe. And then the Six of Swords. It's Aquarian energy. You're being called out. You're being separated. You're being set aside, right? You're being set aside. So, because somebody has a bigger plan for you. There's a bigger plan for you. You're being, out of like the multitudes, you, Cancer, are being like set aside. Something about you. Not all of you, if you chose this pile. You're being set aside, or you're setting someone aside. You're moving someone from somewhere to somewhere else. Okay. The third house, which is going to be Virgo. We have the Five of Wands, Saturn and Leo. And there's these men here in the third house in Virgo. Okay. The Three of Cups is in Libra, which is Mercury in Cancer. It's weird that we have this Aquarius energy coming out here, because you and Aquarius are really, really different, right? Like Aquarius is like Cancer. You're kind of the thing that Aquarius carries, but doesn't really, like Aquarius carries the water. They're the water bearer, but they don't get attached to the water. They pour the water out. Right, here's the original star card. There's, I guess this is an extra card. It's not even necessarily the star card, because when I was choosing the pictures, I was going to do this. And you can see how she's pouring the water out. So this is the chosen card. I don't really know. That's kind of like an extra card. There's not really any zodiacal attribution to it. I think that would talk maybe more about like the center. Or like the flamingo in the card in the star card. There's like a little flamingo in that, right? So it's, and there's flamingos in this card. I don't know what I'm saying. How long has this been? I almost have to finish it now. Your 7th house and your 8th house, you have the Queen of Swords and the Queen, or the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So the people in your life that are opposite to you, which is Capricorn, there's a lot of communication, a lot of seeing things kind of eye to eye. With this Aquarius energy and then the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, there's really a big reflection right now of you and the people in your life. All I'm seeing really is connection. I think that everything that you have around you is truly a reflection of yourself. And that's because you might be like a sampler. You could be a projector in human design where he has this, I don't know, it's kind of a weird card. It reminded me of Bretman Rock. You guys know who that is? That's what this card reminded me of. But that's the card of the Hermit, right? That's like the Empress came out. And Justice. I was going to talk a little bit about that at the beginning of this, but I don't really have time to get into it right now. But, and this isn't a Libra reading. What did you pull out for Libra? You pulled the Three of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune in your 5th house. Definitely a good time to take risks on dating new people, talking to new people. There could be a turn or a good like fate coming from dates you go on, people you have fun with, people you have casual sex with, things like that. I gotta stop this reading now because I have to move on to the next one. Thanks. Pile 2. Hi, Cancer. Pile 2, Cancer. Okay, so let's take a look and see what your overarching or underarching energy is going to be. This is overarching. So Cancer. Pile 2. 15 minutes. Let's see. The overall energy or the main. The Hierophant. The keyword is guidance. The Hierophant talks about tradition. It talks about legacy. It talks about orthodox. It talks about systems that have been put in place in the past that are fixed in nature and are meant to kind of stay as they are. Okay, so this energy, you could be feeling a little bit left out right now, or maybe you kind of feel like a little bit stationary, right? You could be kind of holding the line for someone, holding the door for someone. Maybe you're going to hold the door for someone specific or someone important, or maybe you just kind of feel like you're a place holding right now. The King of Pentacles came out. A strong sense of security is your first house, how you're being perceived. Somebody that is strong and stable. Someone that will stay. Right? Cancers have a tendency to do that in relationships. They will stay far beyond the time that they're meant to. They will really truly see things out with you to the end. If they declare you to be one of theirs, they will truly, like Cancers will ride with you to a fault. They're really truly they'll ride the fuck out with you. They really will. It's really truly the sign of like the wife. That if you can find a Cancer woman to marry you, to commit to you, it's like when you say your vows to someone, right, the Hierophant can talk about marriage, but it's in sickness and in health, right, for better or for worse. And Cancer is truly an embodiment, I feel like, of those vows that you take when you marry someone. They just naturally kind of have that about them. The Four of Wands, celebration. We have a misinterpretation. Understanding with the Ace of Swords in the 4th house. The 5th house, we have invention. The 6th house, we have achievement. The 7th house, we have wealth, or the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, this makes me nervous. I don't want to read this. This is you. I don't know. It was honestly, I was thinking about Lori Davis, Damien Eccles' wife. She's a Cancer. And it made me think a lot about her in the way that, I followed their story, I read their books, and I truly fell in love with them as people, as, my spirit family in a way, just the way that she truly went to like the pits of hell and saved him as a human being, controversial as they may be, but she stuck with him, right? For like 10 plus years, he was on death row. She stuck with him, stood beside him, fought for him, and got released. And I hope they're having a nice life. Hope they're doing really good. I think about them often. But I would say that, like, if there's a type of woman, like, there's not very many women that I choose to use as a role model for me, just because I know that there's not very many women that I would want to emulate or be like, but she's definitely one of those women that I look at as a role model of the kind of woman I would like to be. We have the Nine of Swords with trauma. In ways, right? In ways. The Hermit with solitude. 10. The Seven of Swords in reverse with deceit. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Wheel of Fortune reversed with karma. And 12, we have the King of Swords with knowledge. You know, this is really an energy of like, when you're the kind, like when there's an axis, like Cancer and Capricorn, or Cancer and Sagittarius, or Gemini and Sagittarius, when there's a lot of polarity, it's really important that those oppositions learn to work together and to build that oppositional energy up. And, you know, we have our shortcomings and we have our blessings, each one of the signs that are in opposition to each other. And to learn to work together and to use the things that one side has, use them as an aid to you, right? It's not about needing to possess or to overcome or to take over those things that maybe the person opposite to you has. But it's learning to honor the things that they have and use them as blessings to you as well. It's not about taking them for yourself, but it's about understanding the gifts that are put in other people can also be gifts for yourself, so long as you're able to honor the beautiful parts of other people. It's not about taking the things that other people have or trying to make your opposition fall or make them stub their toe, but learning how to work together and to honor the things that are opposite to you and use them as your key to the center, right? That's the only way to get to the center. It is through, you have to think like an opposition. I have a grand square in my chart. So imagine like being pulled by 4 different planetary bodies by each one of your limbs, right? Your arms and each of your legs, and they're pulling you all in different directions. And the only way to make it to the middle is they have to push in on each other and stop trying to pull away from each other. They have to magnetize to each other. And then when all 4 of those planets can come together, it will go up like a pyramid. If we're talking about the Grand Cross. Obviously, that's not what this reading is about, but that's the best way that I can explain it and describe it, just because that is who I am. Somebody just tried to call me. We're at 25 minutes. That's really I have to say. There could be an energy here of isolation. Cancer, you could be really desiring for connection, but the other side of you, there's trauma, things that you like to keep to yourself, things you don't like to share with other people, or maybe things that your partner doesn't really like to share with you. I think that you find a lot of blessings from your solitude, a lot of wisdom in your solitude. Don't feel like your partner pulling away from you is a sense of betrayal, because it's not. There's no betrayal here at all. In fact, you should feel very, you should be celebrating. Okay. Allow your partner to go through their phases. Okay. Allow them to go through their phases. Allow them to go through their dark periods. If they're feeling dark, while you might be feeling very happy and feeling like you want to create new things and do things, allow them to go through this dark period, right? Allow them to go through it. Even sometimes they need to go through it alone to process things, especially if somebody has been in isolation for a lot of their life. Just like, don't feel like they're deceiving you or being dishonest with you just because they're just going through their mind. I think you're learning to understand that. It might make you feel kind of sad at times that they don't like to connect with you as much as, like, I feel like Cancer, you really have a desire to like really be together as a unit. Prosperity lies ahead. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. And if you notice here in the 12th house, we have knowledge. I said I had a splinter in my foot when I started this. Knowledge. Have faith in your dreams. Oh, I gotta take a break. Your commitment is being tested. Test me, Diane. Let's pull one of these. We have flow, release control, divine will, and oceanic consciousness. Messages for Cancer. We have Sun in Leo with triumph. We have Sun in Taurus with chemistry. We have Selena in Cancer, roads to regret or remorse. Hate nurtured with love. Black Moon Selene in Taurus. Belief in your beauty, Moon in Cancer. With the trust of a child, fun, romance, and do it dramatically. We have Virgo, the serving of others, the details of, and do what you must do, and planets, we have Jupiter. So that's the end of the reading. Selena in Taurus. So if there is any like feelings of hatred, right? that happens in love sometimes, like we can like kind of despise or like dislike our partner. Sometimes we can like kind of grow to hate them. We also had the balancing energy of Selena coming through to balance that energy. So if you're feeling like your Jupiter can sometimes like expand things. So if you feel like maybe you're chasing a goal, chasing whether it's money or chasing these breadcrumbs, right? So whatever you're going to be receiving from someone, it's going to be breadcrumbs to them, but it might be important to you. It might be a lot to you. What is a breadcrumb to one might be a lot of work to another. So if you're feeling like it's like so far away, bring Saturn into the picture. Start working with Saturn. If you're feeling like you're constantly running or chasing after things, call in the energy of Saturn, and it will put Jupiter on a leash, and it will bring the things closer to you, right? That's the cool thing about severity. People sometimes get afraid to work with severity or work with the pillar of severity, Mars or Saturn, but I really truly believe that Saturn is probably my most favorite planet out of all of them. Sometimes malefic energy or negative energy is truly what we need. So we're not just constantly running and running and running and running after a goal or after something. That energy of Saturn will put a boundary so that Jupiter can't run anymore. And it will stop Jupiter, and then you'll catch it. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.